These are 3 basic must-haves to build that business. The first one is Google reviews. If you are not investing time and energy into driving Google reviews for your business, you are behind the 8 ball. Your digital presence as a whole matters. That's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. But the creme de la creme that is never going anywhere is Google, okay? So the volume of your reviews matters. That means you need to get a lot of them. The quality of the review matters. It means you can't just pay people to leave a review that you haven't done business with. They have to be valid reviews. And most importantly, frequency matters. So you need to be constantly building your Google reviews. You need to constantly respond to the reviews, both good and bad, professionally. And you need to put a business system in place to drive the reviews. So it needs to be something that's automated in your company, that's constantly happening. Because when people want service, they go on the internet. And when people look at options on the internet, they want to make a decision, they check and see what other people said about it. And it's true whether you own a restaurant or a laundromat, right? Especially in service industries like ours, lawn and landscape, renovation, painting, electrical, plumbing, holiday lighting, you name it, you have got to be strong on Google, okay? Another little more advanced thing I want to tell you is that the multiple location strategy is alive and well. So if you look at mine here, you will see we have Google listings in 3 of our markets now. So our 3 biggest cities, I have a Google local listing for every one of those. It has a separate address and it shows up in a separate place. And the reason is because if your potential customer goes on Google and types in lawn care business near me or whatever they type in, Google takes into account how far away you are and the quality of your reviews in order to list you. So even if you're one city over, you guys know how competitive there is. There's a billion companies, right? Well, if you're just a little bit too far away from that customer, you won't show up as strong. So the multiple city strategy is critical. You have to do it the right way. But I can tell you that your Google reviews are a snowball effect rolling down a hill. In 2 months, in 6 months, in 5 years, you're going to look back and be like, I am glad I have this digital asset that rides with my company forever and nobody can take it away. And Google's not going to take it away. So it will drive your customer acquisition cost down. It will drive your brand up in your local market. And you need a business system in place to drive these constantly, okay? Number two is something called squeezing the orange. My friend Carson Jones pretty much made this up. It's probably the most brilliant, ingenious marketing sales thing that I've seen in my entire career of business. So think about this. You turn on the TV and there's commercials. And let's say there's a commercial from a car dealership from Ford. It says, okay, Ford F-150, 0 money down, $599 per month, 0% APR, whatever. I'm making this up to illustrate a point. It tells you the product and the price and how to get it. Here's the dealership. Here's the truck. Here's the price. Or let's say you open your email inbox and you have all this mail from all these different companies, and you have email from Amazon and it says, Big Green Egg Barbecue Grill on sale, $5.99. Click here to buy it now, right? They give you the price right there. It's perfectly clear. Here's the price. Here's the product. Here's how to buy it. Well, why then in the home service industry do we say, call me for an estimate? Or give me a quote, or I'll give you a quote, or free estimates. A customer doesn't want that. You're not competing in your business with the other businesses. You're competing with Amazon. You're competing with the fact that they can open their tablet in the middle of the night, click 2 buttons and have something come to their house in the next 8 hours without having to schedule an appointment, to wait for an estimate, to show up, to have you be 5 minutes late, to go back to your office, write up the estimate and send it to them. Why don't you just give them the whole kit and caboodle right up front, right? Well, that's what Carson Jones coined the term squeezing the orange. So now what we're doing with my company in particular and other companies that we roll with is we are putting together estimates for entirely cold leads with a list of the services and the price on them, and we're pushing it into people's inboxes, okay? I put down some crazy numbers doing this stuff, and this is a strategy we teach other people how to do. And I'll show you right here. In January, which in my market, I'm in Michigan. It's cold. Nobody's thinking about anything to do with being outside whatsoever. And I closed over 178,000 in sales in January with this strategy from Carson without any of these people asking for the estimate. I just came out and gave them the business. I said, here we are. You want pest control your property? Here's the price. Click yes to accept it. You don't want it? I don't care. That's fine. But if you do, click yes. And you can do it at 2 a.m. in your pajamas, right? No more of this called to contact me today for a free estimate. What customer wants to go through that? That's a pain. They just want it done, okay? So this is strategy number 2 that I believe will become the norm. It's a revolutionary strategy now, though. Very few people in this industry are doing it. And if you do it now, you will be head and shoulders ahead of your competition so far by the time they catch up that they'll never be able to catch you. You'll crush them. You'll be the dominant market leader. This works in any business too. Some businesses have caught on to this. Many have. But the lawn and landscape industry, the home service industry as a whole, and even the professional services industry has not caught on to this very well. Okay. Here's tip number 3. You need to measure your business. Okay. Business is ultimately one big math problem. And as your business gets bigger, it has to be a math problem or you'll hit a plateau, you'll hit a ceiling, and you'll never be able to cross it. And you don't know why. It's because you don't understand the math of your business, the numbers of your business. Okay. Once your business grows past a certain point, it becomes a people problem then. Up in the 2 million, 3 million, 5 million range. Now it's largely a people problem, but even though it's a people problem, or when I say problem, I mean you have to get the right people to the business. Your job as a CEO or the leader is to get the right people into the company doing the right things. And I'm not talking like hiring laborers. I'm talking like you need a sales manager, you need a finance person, you need to develop your operational people, operations manager, project manager. But once you get those people in, it's still a math problem because you need to know how to measure those people and hold them accountable whether they're doing a good job or not. That's math. How'd you do today, Mr. Project Manager? Well, I don't know. We got the job done. Well, hey, surprise, you were unprofitable. Okay. Here's why. You need to understand that math. What gets measured gets improved. Okay. You need to know which metrics matter, why they matter, how do you calculate them, and you need to watch them regularly and course correct your ship. Okay. I heard something one time that when a spaceship goes to the moon, it course corrects like 7 times per minute or something. I'm probably off on that, but you get the point. It's constantly doing little microscopic adjustments on its way to the moon, which is like 90,000 miles away. Multiple times per minute, it's tweaking and moving just a little bit in each direction. Okay. So early in your business, you're small, you're under 500,000 or whatever. You should keep it simple. Some people there's a few things that can happen here with metrics. Okay. Some people get too wrapped up in the metrics and they get wrapped around the axle and they never grow because they're just obsessed with looking at all the little tiny numbers. Okay. Some people do the opposite. They just go on full send and they don't know why they're doing well or not doing well. They don't know what levers to pull to impact themselves. And they hit a ceiling at some point. You can still grow a decent business that way, but it's like flying by the seat of your pants type of approach. Okay. And some people are right in the middle where they know how to watch the numbers. They know what matters, but they also can go out and just execute without getting wrapped around the axle. Okay. Eventually, as your business gets bigger, everyone in your company should have a number and they should be responsible for that number. And that's the easiest way to grow business. I don't care if it's your secretary. Her number might be 1 ring. You answer all phone calls on the first ring, right? That could be an example of somebody having a number who's not necessarily metric driven. Okay. So find the right metrics for your business, measure them, analyze them, and improve them.